Hey guys, so I want to apologize if I get a bit emotional in this review, and I don't want this. I hope this review. I don't want this to review to turn into something sappy, but by this episode standards, it kind of made me did. So yeah, don't be surprised if you hear a teeny bit of whimpering. So I hope you enjoy. Hello, everybody. My name is Kamar, and today we are going to be reviewing our 14th installment of the third season of the Backyardigans. Season 3, Episode 14, Caveman's Best Friend. In this episode, Austin the Caveman wants a pet, so he visits Uniqua's pet store and gets a dinosaur puppy named Boy. Uniqua warns him that Boy should always have his leash on, but Austin is too far away to hear her. He removes the leash and Boy runs off, leading Uniqua and Austin on a chase throughout their prehistoric village. Now, this episode, when I was younger, it was pretty boring to me now, but okay, let me just get on with the funny moments in the episode before how I talk about how this episode really changed my mind. So, I really like a lot of the songs in this music. It's early soul music. And honestly, all the songs in this episode were really, really, really good, and there were a lot of funny moments in there where Austin was moving away from Uniqua when Boy was running off with him. She was like, don't take off his leash, and then Austin said, "Oh no, thank you, I don't like quiche," which is really, really funny. And then we have I feel like Officer Pablo was the funniest in this episode for me, because when he had stopped his car, and then he's like, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" And then Austin was like, "To say hi," and he was like, "Yeah, hi." Like, oh my god, dude, you were just on their trail, like. But he did warn them right afterwards that you were driving too fast. And then him and his microphone, he was like, "Put the bone down and step away from the hole." And then when he gets the thing on, to him, and then he runs off with his bumper. Boy, he was Pablo's like, "Note to self, I can't say the direct quote, but I know he said that make sure the bumper is stronger enough for the dinosaur, stronger bumpers next time." I don't know. And then he decides to do the megaphone thing again, and he's scaring it. And then also when he's having his panic attack on the thing, he's like, "Oh no, what are we gonna? Oh no, we're gonna sing. I didn't know this is how I would go." And then Uniqua, out of all people, says, "You're not helping." And then he says, "All right, I'm not." And I feel like this is the first and only time where, other than somebody just saying his name 3 times, Pablo's name 3 times, they actually call him out on his panic attacks. When instead of just saying his name 3 times, right after that he says, "We have somebody to actually correct Pablo on what he's doing. Like, panicking is not going to help us. You panicking is not going to help this situation no better." Like, I feel like that's the only time somebody called him out on his panic attack. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I mean, hey, it's been a while since we had a panic attack from him, so honestly, I kind of have a theory right off the bat. What if it's been a while since, if we're going in episode order, the characters noticed that, hey, it's been a while since Pablo had a panic attack, and what if they see him panicking now, right at when they were on the fire truck, and then like, "Oh my god, I thought he stopped." I'm not coming for him when I'm saying all this. I'm not. What if the character's like, "Oh man, I thought he stopped this," and then they call him out, sort of like a metaphor of saying, "Look, we knew you did this in the past, but you need to stop. Panicking is not going to help make this situation better. It's not." And I like the callbacks of a previous episode back in season 1 in Cave Party, where they meant ugh, where they were saying ugh, and they still have the same definition of ugh in that episode like they do in this episode. When they say ugh, instead of ugh meaning everything to them, People will only say ugh when they're happy. And the tar puddles and the tar geysers, just so much tar everywhere. Oh man. And that imagery when the fire truck's being pulled out of the thing, it just looks all mucky, and I don't know. It's disgusting but cool. Disgusting but cool. At least to me. And I love that. I think my two favorite, all the songs in this episode were so good. I honestly can't pick a favorite, and I'll explain that in a few. Yeah. And I just love that moment where they're like, now would be a good time to whistle. Like, there's like a moment in the song where they like start all quiet and then they get louder. And don't get me started on Sean Curley's part of the song, the singer for Pablo. My goodness, did he eat that up? He slayed on it. Okay. Now, here's where things get a little bit, rewatching the episode. I've been rewatching this episode a lot because before I have been, I thought, when I remember this episode, I remember it being a little boring, but then rewatching it, oh man, it left an impact on me. It did, oh God, if you guys don't know, I lost my pet Pomeranian in March. And that part of the episode where Austin was singing, all the moments where Austin was with Boy when they were playing at the park, and then for most of the song in I Have a Pet of My Own, he's not, they have like a full-on montage, and Austin's lips aren't even moving. He's not even singing the song. His voice is in the background, but we just see him playing with his pet. And then when he's on that hill screaming out for Boy's name, like, I felt that for him. I really felt it for him. And especially the song I'll Lend a Hand. It just was so beautiful too. And just the first half of the episode just made me all teary-eyed because seeing Austin with Boy just brought back so many memories, especially the song Where Has My Dinosaur Gone, especially having it be an homage to Where Has My Little Dog Gone. I love, that's one of my favorite nursery rhymes as a kid, nursery songs. Just that line where he said he got him, he's only a couple months old. That's the same age my dog was when my Nana got him for me. That was the same age my Nana got him for me. And like, I felt so bad for Austin when he lost Boy, because just I know how it feels. Austin got his dog back, but the moment that did it for me was just him on that hill, just screaming out for his pet. Just like, and when I found out the news, like, I just kneeled that my dog was gone. I was just kneeling on the floor, just saying, why, like, he's never coming back. Instead of Austin's case, he thought his dog wasn't coming back. But with me, he's not coming back. My dog is not coming back. But he's in a safe place. Oh God, this turned into something emotional. Oh God. Oh God. This was so hard. I tried my best not to cry during this review. I tried so hard, man. I tried so hard. And just and it's funny how it was kind of funny. I will say another funny moment is when when they all got their vehicles stuck on the vehicle in the tar pit, and then Austin's skateboard started sinking, and then he jumped onto Unique's scooter, and then they started sinking on Unique's scooter, and then Pablo let them hop on his police car, and then they jumped onto Tyrone's fire truck, and he said, they'll never, he said, this fire truck is big, it won't sink. And then I was like, and then when it started sinking, I was like, too soon, buddy, way too soon. And yeah, that was pretty funny. So yeah, this episode when I was younger was just was boring, but now we looking at it now, I don't see it as a boring episode no longer. I mean, when I was younger, it was sweet, but I don't think I didn't like the prehistoric concept when I was a bit younger. But now that I'm older, I see way less than a prehistoric concept. I see way less than funny gags and good songs. I see me and my dog in this episode, and that's what that means to me. When I see Austin and Boy, I see me and my dog, and it meant I haven't stopped watching this episode ever since. I keep on watching this episode every single time I get, because it means so much to me, because I have a episode that in this show that can make me remember good times and a hard time in my life. A good and hard time in my life. So I was originally going to give this a low score, like between that. No. This episode reminded me how much fun me and my dog had when I was just 4 years old when I got him. And I knew he was getting older. I knew he was. But now that I have an episode I can look back on to remind me of the good times I had with my dog, I would like to say that this is a very underrated episode. Very underrated episode. And to me, it deserves a 10. It deserves a 10 because an episode that reminds me of something I went through, that it just means so much to me, even though I don't really think that was what the episode was really going for. To me, that's a different story. If you were to ask me what's the most underrated episode in this season, I'm gonna have to go with Caveman's Best Friend, because this episode reminded me of the good times me and my dog had, and hold on, I'll be right back. I need to freshen up. I'll be right back to close this out. All right, we're back. I'm sorry. I'm good now. I'm gonna close out this review. on a positive note. I'm sorry. This episode was really good, and I'm just happy that I now have the love and respect for it that I sadly didn't have for it as a kid. But I'm just happy that now that I can look back on this episode, I can see a very happy time in my life and a very hard time in my life. So, yes. And with that, we only have 5 more episodes in this season. 5 more. And luckily, we are starting out with one of my all-time favorites in this season. So, tune in to me next time as we will be reviewing Season 3, Episode 15, Ranch Hands from Outer Space. See you all next time.